What's up with the what's up? I'm AJ Bengoa, and this is Wrenching Wednesdays, sponsored by Lowbrow Customs. That's right, Wrenching Wednesday, and to be precise, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving Eve. Well, while we are still waiting for parts and accessories, we just want to give thanks to the people that made this possible. Thank you Lowbrow Customs for sponsoring us with some parts and accessories. Thank you to the AMCA Cherokee chapter for sponsoring us. They are providing us with some free memberships that I will be giving away during the series. Also, I would like to thank the Texas Fandango for sponsoring us. They're giving us some merch and some entry tickets to be given away throughout the series as well. So make sure y'all stay tuned to get a hold of those during the series, and good luck. Okay, well, since it is Wrenching Wednesdays, we are going to continue the build, but we're going to work on something a little bit different, something that everybody has in their garage, something that everybody needs while they are working on their chopper builds. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and start working on it. First off, we're going to look for some frame components that are essential to lay the solid foundation before we start assembling. Something we can sink our teeth in. I happen to have some old components right here. Perfect. Alright, we found some great sections. Now on to the next part. We need something lively, something beefy, something that'll weigh down the build, if you know what I mean. Alright, I got some choice stuff over here. There should be something pretty hardy. These will work. Okay, we're about halfway done with this build. Now, when selecting your mid components, that's going to be on you. You might want something a little bit on the tasteful side. You might want a little something flashy, but for me, something spammy is what I like. Now, my innards look a bit crusty, but they still work. They still do the trick, and that's the way I like it. Next, we're going to get a precision tool and the right lubricant for this assembly. So I keep my sorted lubricants and oils here. Something for this requires, let's see. Yep, this will work. Okay, now we need the precision tool for that. Let's see. Blammo. Now, y'all can always use something homemade, but me, I found this one on eBay. It serves me well, and I can use it for different things. We'll go ahead and get some anti-sneeze. If you know, you know. And now for the last step, which is absolutely crucial. Those accessories that add the flair and crunch. I usually keep those here in little bins. Let's see. Yep, we'll use these. Now that we got everything we need to continue this build, let's go ahead and put it together. So I like to start out by lubricating the base. This part, you can't go wrong. You can put as much or as little lubricant as you want. Lubricant, it helps going down, so however you want. Then for the anti-sneeze, that's just for good measure. Now, these things right here do some hardcore stuff. You know, when I choose my innards, I like to make sure that they look like they're ready to do their thing. Now, I like to make sure it's in folding order before I add the last of the accessories. And since I'm really about all out, I'll go ahead and use them all. Okay. Now, so here's a crucial part. Some people don't like destroying some of the stuff they put in, but the way I see it, that's my build, so crunch away. Then for good measure, we're just going to make sure it is the right dimensions that you're looking for on our build, and it's perfect. Well, that's it for this episode of Wrenching Wednesdays. Happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see y'all on the next one.